Hi there, my name is Ashley Sondergaard. I'm a client of Samantha's, and this is some short testimonial on all the things that she helped us with. We came to Samantha to work with our second daughter, who was really struggling with changes in our day to day. So, whether that be like we're going from playing to leaving the house, or we're going from watching our end of day show to going to bed. And those transitions were really challenging for her. And we noticed that she would get really frazzled, and it kind of sent the whole house into frazzle as well. So much energy was being put into transitioning with her, and it affected not only us as her parents getting frustrated, but her sister as well. We weren't finding any discipline that really worked to get the message across that like changes need to happen. We need her to listen to the things that we're saying. We really struggled with this, and we came to Samantha with like, I know she's not a bad kid, quote unquote bad kid. Her teachers tell us she's doing great, but at home, this is really impacting our quality of life. And we're feeling really drained and frustrated with her not being able to make those day-to-day changes and transitions. Some things that really worked with Samantha is that I love how she understood the individualized personality and just the differences from child to child. So that when we work on one thing with one child, it might be a little bit different than with the other. And top of the list, the things that worked for us: one, learning to stay calm in all scenarios, and some specific practices to do that. We had really been in that place of calm until all of a sudden we weren't as parents, and we learned to kind of get ahead of this, to get ahead of that chaos or extra stress that we were adding to the situations. Two, a rhythm for the day. This is one of the tools that helped so much. There is a general rhythm of every day, and we can share that rhythm and that routine with our children so that they kind of know what's coming. It's that balance of, all right, we're spending time with them, and then they're going to go and do something on their own. And then we come back and we have some moments of connection, and then they do some things on their own. And this really added a flow, a gentleness to the day so that they know what was coming, and also that we didn't have to feel like we were entertaining them all the time. And I noticed those transitions specifically with our middle daughter, where it wasn't so abrupt for her because she ultimately knew what was coming. She knew that we were going to be leaving the house and that she'd have to get her shoes. She knew that bedtime was coming and that, we'd have to go brush our teeth. So that general rhythm and flow was, I think, the most impactful thing that Samantha helped us implement. Now that life is better, some of the things that have changed since we've started working together is that those transitions are so much easier. Yes, she still has those moments of like slowness and kind of on her own schedule, as kids do, but we're not fighting those battles every single time. And it's bringing a lot more calm and ease to the family as a whole, to her older sister, to us as her parents. It doesn't take 25, 30, 40 minutes to get out the door because we've set up that general rhythm and flow. Another thing that's really helped and that I've noticed is that we have specific things that we can go to when we are off course, whether that be the kids fighting as siblings or they're not listening and respecting our directions. We take a break. We use the tool, taking a break, doing that pause. And that's something that took a little bit of time for them to get used to not feeling like it was this huge deal. And now it's like, okay, we're just course correcting. We're going to take a break, 30 seconds, take some time to yourself, and then we'll come back. And then another thing that's I've really noticed and that I'm so appreciative is that I know now that I don't need to spend the entire day, especially on those weekends when we're all together, one-on-one or rather two-on-one with them, giving them all my attention and energy. And that's okay. Even just 15 minutes of connection time where my phone is set aside, where I know that I'm really just spending time with them and taking that uninterrupted time together, that's really all we need in order to feel those connection points. And then they get some time to themselves. I think taking away much of that pressure to be with them in these uninterrupted spaces day to day all the time, taking that off has felt so good. And knowing that like they can do stuff on their own. That time that I spend, as long as it's really quality time with them, that's going to serve that purpose of connection. The general rhythm of the day is going really well, and we're able to, again, anticipate what's coming, have those moments of connection, and transition with more grace and ease. I feel so much freer from one, pressure. I had mentioned pressure to be like perfect in every sense of the word as a parent. I feel free from that need to always be entertaining them. And I feel free from knowing that blowups are going to come, but now they're just less frequent, right? There's moments when kids do have meltdowns and that's okay, but now they're so few and far between that I don't feel on edge all the time thinking about the transitions that are coming and what meltdowns might come with it. And then I feel like I'm so much more free to do those things that I like to do in a regular day when we're all home together, because I have those really quality connection moments with my kids. And then I can bounce back to some of the other things that I like to do as a working parent. I also have another little daughter, so 2 older kiddos and a little daughter, and I can spend time with the baby and not feel guilty that I'm not spending time with the older kids because I've done that. I've given them that quality 10, 15 minutes of connection. And now the general rhythm of the day is really clear to them. They know what they can do. Some advice for parents that are thinking about going through this program. If you're someone who likes to explore where your growth opportunities are and you're willing to make some small shifts, not even really big shifts, this is going to go so far. That open-mindedness as a parent is so helpful. I'm someone who loves to be coached, who loves to be told what to do, and it helps so much. That being said, there's so many tools in here that are truthfully common sense, but knowing how to actually implement them into life as a parent is really hard. Knowing how to work this in the day-to-day and the busyness of life is challenging. And working with Samantha has made this a realistic thing. So simple tools and how to apply them to every day, this program is going to help you. And you're going to notice those changes. They're subtle, but then after several months, you're like, wow, this was a really big change. I feel so much ease. Our family's in a better place. And I'm so glad that I dedicated this time. I worked on that personal growth of myself as a parent to make our life that much better.